Hello my loves, welcome back to another video. So in front of me I have a huge stack of journals. It's quite a few layers deep. So today I want to share the journals I'm thinking about using in 2020. So obviously if you are a journal keeper as well, you know sometimes we can have great plans but actually in the end we'll use some completely different journals and that's fine. So there's a lot of variety in here, and I'm not saying with this video I have to use only these journals or these are the journals I have to use in 2021, but these are the ones that are closer to my desk. I have like an area where I'm putting the journals that I would like to grab if I finish one of my journals. For example, I'm currently working on this journal, which actually was already started and I'm deciding to finish it. It's also something I want to keep in mind for 2020, to finish half-finished journals. Those journals are not necessarily here. These are just ready-to-go journals, well, most of them. So let's get through this. There are quite a few, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So first one here is a junk journal that I haven't quite finished yet. I still have to put it together, but I really like the size. I like the variation in paper, and I think I made this one on the live stream we had in May last year for Patreon, which you can still access on my Patreon page. And I made quite a few junk journals. So I also made these two, which if you've been here for a while you've seen. And yeah, they're also already a little bit pre-decorated, ready to go, and usually these take me like 2 weeks to 3 weeks to finish. So this is really one that I would think I could finish very quickly, and it's Big Brother, same idea, mostly same paper, same everything. And I really like junk journals, but as I said, when I made those junk journals I really need writing space. I can't do junk journals where there are too many different papers, and for example like this, I would not write on a pattern paper. That's just something I don't do. I might write on this, so I have to make sure that I add enough writing paper as well in junk journals. So I really like how the ratio turned out with this one, and yeah, I really like the watercolor on it as well. They're just really easy and ready to go junk journals. I've had them for nearly a year now, and if you've seen the all 2020 journal flips, you've seen I did use at least 2 junk journals last year as well, and I really enjoyed them. So there will be quite a few junk journals in here. Then I think this was my first ever junk journal I made. And you can really see when I'm going to flip this in a sec that there are not as much writing papers in here, which is why I haven't used it. But I want to challenge myself and change that. But I think I need to be in a really good journaling groove, or in a really good place of journaling, to challenge myself to do something like this, because it's likely that I'm going to get stuck in a journal, or I will get into a journaling funk, and yeah, I really don't have time for that this year. I just want to have fun and use my journals like I used to, and not think about, oh, is that good for a YouTube video, or is that interesting enough, or you know, I just want to journal because I want to journal and share it with you. So a lot of nice papers, but as you can see, not much normal writing paper. And if there's normal writing paper, it's just printer paper. There are a lot of weird pockets and weird tip-ins that I don't quite understand. So this would be a journal I would really have to figure out. And I think it's a great challenge, but on the other hand, I have to be careful that I can actually tackle it and not get sucked into it too much. So yeah, a lot of different things. This is really what I think more to be a junk journal than the ones I showed you, because it really has a big variety of everything in there, and it's more junky, I guess. But I do want to try and make it happen because it's such a gorgeous journal. I've had it for many years now. Many years, and I think it would be really interesting to journal in it, especially there are photos and things from back then, you know, that have nothing to do with my current life anymore. For example, that's the train station in Germany of the big town I used to live close to. So this was a train station I was at quite a lot. This is an excerpt from a novel I was writing back then. And these are papers I had access to back then. This is from study guide for my A-levels in art. So there's a lot of things that remind me of my quote-unquote old life, I guess, before I came here. This is from a study trip from high school to Rome. So there are a lot of things in here that are quite nostalgic and from that different time. So it would be interesting to see those two collide. Anyway, another junk journal. Then you guys were so lovely and I got 2 beautiful journals from you guys, which I've already started working in. So I'm definitely going to use this one. I think this one was from Vanessa. It's beautiful. It's a fabric and I think it's handmade and it's also in a junk journal style, but I really love the papers she put in, the variety, and I can't wait to use it. As you can see, I already started pre-decorating and trying it out and using my stash. And I think it's really pretty. Thank you so much again for sending me that journal. And I can't wait to use it. I used some distress stains and other things. And it's just a really nice size as well. I think I can finish this in under a month as well. And thank you so much again. I really love it. And it's just so cool to get mail from you guys. I feel so privileged and thank you so much. It also takes watercolors really well, by the way. So thank you so much for using amazing paper. Just adding a few things already, washi tape. I really like washi taping edges. Sometimes it's very relaxing. And here you can just see me using distress stains. So thank you so much. And I'm definitely gonna use this one in 2021. That's a definite. And then Sierra, I think, made me this beautiful journal. And it's a junk journal as well. It's a little bit bigger and it has a lot of scrapbooking paper in it. And as you can see, I already went and added distress stains and just had a feel for it, an introduction to the pages. And I want to see how distress stains work. And it's a really gorgeous one. And I can't wait to use this one as well. Thank you so much for your work and for your beautiful journal. I really appreciate it. And some envelopes. I really love it. I can't wait to use it. It's a little bit bigger, so this might take me a little longer than the smaller ones I just showed you because there are also multiple inserts. It's not just one. But yeah, I already put some things in. Love it. Also, thank you so much for the washi tape samples that came in that package. I remember. I've been loving using those. Also, this cat is so cute. I put that there. And as you can see, there are 3 signatures. So this will take me a bit. Maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months, I think. So thank you so much. Also, the different kinds of paper is going to be interesting. So yeah, I think the signatures are pretty similar. So I don't want to take up too much every time or spoil the surprise because I will definitely be working in these more. So you're going to see a lot more of this journal this year as well. And I really like the strong, how do you say, the strong frame. And I think one thing fell off, but it's still here, so I'm going to glue it back. And there's a tie for the side. So I can't wait. And thank you so much for leaving room for the journal to grow. As we know, my journals get very fat very quickly. So thank you so much. And then we have a pile of my notebooks that I sell in my Etsy store. These are just some small ones that came a little damaged. So I decided, okay, I'm going to use them. As you can see here, I already pre-prepped a few pages here and there. You know, when I do watercolors and pages need to dry, I just grab another journal. So that's what happened a lot with these journals, or why they're pre-decorated. So this is just one of the many. I just have 4 here. I also got some new ones in 1 or 2 months ago. So if you've seen these and you want some more, there are new journals up in my Etsy shop. Also big ones, A5 size, which is this big. So it's not just the small ones. And then I have these journals, which I got from Sojourner a few years ago. I have no idea what the sizes are called. I think I got a B6 and a B6 Slim. Is that correct? I have no idea what the measurements are for that. And I think it's Tomo River paper. That was the whole point why I bought them, but I can't remember because it's been a few years. I haven't tried them out yet, but it's very thin paper. Or it feels thin in comparison to the journals I usually have. But these are just some blank notebooks that I would love to try out. And I think would also be nice to have a variation in thickness and in pages and also in size. Because, you know, I get bored quickly. So I wouldn't use the same journal back to back. So I'm looking forward to using these and I can't wait to collage the covers and all of that. So that's what they are. Then I have quite a few Redbubble journals, quite a few, and I already started pre-decorating some pages here and there. These are all Redbubble journals from the artist Julia Badeau, and I already, started pre-decorating, just adding a few things here and there, nothing too drastic. I'm just going to give you a quick flip here because I just wanted to use up some things, and I had the journal ready. Same for this one. This has a little more pre-decoration, as you can see, because I'm really counting on using this one as one of my next journals, or in 2020. So I already added watercolor, added more things. So those are those. And then on top of that, I also have... Where did the other one go? I have Redbubble journals from my Redbubble store. In case you didn't know, I also have a Redbubble shop. And these are the two journals that I have on my shelf and I'm planning on using. However, I know that a journal like this takes me 1 to 2 months. And as you can see, I have quite a few waiting, so I don't think I'm going to manage to use all of them, but I think I'll use at least 2 or 3 of the Redbubble journals. I still have 1 or 2 more from Julia, but I didn't want to take all of them, It's the same idea. So these are some Redbubble journals that are ready to go. Then, of course, I'm going to continue with my Hobonichis. This is my Hobonichi for the first part of the year, till July. Till June, till the end of June, and then this one starts in July till December. So I already started pre-decorating it a little bit with my ephemera that I had, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I can say to that. There are monthly flips coming, and also I've been keeping Hobonichi for nearly 3 years. We're coming on the 3-year anniversary this summer, so there are a lot of flips in case you're interested. And well, we still have a few. We're coming back into junk journal territory. So these are the junk journals I made back when I started my YouTube channel. So in 2018, I think, and there should be a video on my YouTube. It's quite old, so you have to go search for it. But there is a video of me making these and putting it together, and also making a travel journal kit. And these were actually supposed to be my travel journals. I think I made 4, and I did use 2, and these 2 are left. So I still have these junk journals. We'll put it on the junk journal pile. This is a junk journal I made recently, also, well, in May last year. There's another one that wants to be used, a little bit bigger. And then, do we have anything else? Yes, we have this one, which I'm counting on using very, very soon. I just added a lot of ephemera yesterday or the day before, so that's definitely going to be used in the next few months. And then we have this journal, which is also available in my Etsy shop, not the Redbubble store, which I've started already. As you can see, it's just recycled paper grid, just like the other small ones, and as you can see, it's double the size. So I have 1 or 2 of these floating around as well. And then what else? We're nearly through, guys. I have to go to a lecture in a second. Well, an online lecture. This little baby is from Paper Chase, and it has like a velvet thing on the front. And I started pre-decorating it just for funsies to see what it would look like. And I still want to use this. I think it would be a cute challenge to see how quickly I could fill this journal up and see what journaling on a small scale would look like. I have the suspicion though that this one would get very fat very quickly and would just be like woof at the end, but on the other hand you can also rip pages out. So this is still a journal I want to use to challenge myself and to really do something different. And also it's a tiny journal, it fits in your handbag, it's wonderful. And I'm going to rehab now, so maybe taking this in my pocket and waiting in the waiting room and journaling in it will be quite nice. So definitely on the list to use. And this is another small notebook I got from the illustrator Apenas. I hope I say her name correctly. She also has a YouTube channel. And yeah, just a notebook with some cute tea mugs on it and some tea cans. I drink a lot of tea. If you didn't know, tea is my coffee, so I thought I'd add it to the pile. I'm not sure if that has high priority, honestly. It's a tiny journal. I can save it on my bookshelf, but I just want to add it. Then we have the last 3 here. This one I got in a museum shop in Amsterdam, And the only thing that bothers me about it is that it has lines, which, you know, is a silly excuse. Really silly, because by this point I use journals with lines, without lines, grid without. It doesn't really matter that much anymore. And the other thing is it has cream pages. I'm not really a fan of cream, but on the other hand, why am I being so picky, you know? So I want to use this as long as I still live in the Netherlands, and I know that I'm gonna be here at least another 2 years, but after that I have no idea. So I thought maybe it would be a good idea to use this one whilst I'm still in the Netherlands. It has an elastic band and it has somewhat of a hard cover, but I can imagine, I'm not sure if it can take being bulked up like my other journals. But I'm definitely keeping an eye on this, and if inspiration hits, I'm gonna definitely use that one. Then another one that I'm on the fence with, I've had this one for quite a while as well. It's from Handmade. It's a Dutch one, and I have had this for quite a few years. And the only thing that bothers me is that it's ring bound and that you can pull pages out quite quickly. I like the paper, I like the lines and everything. I actually started journaling in one of these journals in 2018. I think for a month or so, and it was fine. It was just not amazing, but you know, the front cover just makes it. So I'm still haven't given up hope yet. I haven't given up hope yet on that one. And then the the one that I don't think is gonna happen this year, but I'm just hoping, you know. This is a journal I bought quite a few years ago as well. It's from Denoise, and I have the small Berlin version as well. And I think I said I was gonna unhaul this. It has cream paper. It's really annoying. It has lines and blank. It's quite fat, and it has map of London and also some information about London, I think, in the back. And if you didn't know, my boyfriend and I, we've been meaning to go to Oxford for quite a while. Quite a few years. And in 2020, we were determined that nothing would stop us, and then a pandemic happened. So let's see if we're gonna get there this year. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so, but I still want to have it in case we do go. I don't think it can take being bulked up. Again, that's the issue. But I definitely don't want to give up hope on this one, just in case, you know, in case we actually end up going on our England trip and we go see Holly from Journal with Dolly and go to London. And I also want to take my boyfriend to the south coast, to Hastings and other places around the coast that I can't remember right now. But I do want to do like a little bit of a round trip around the UK, and I think having this journal will help or will be nice to have as an option when we go. So that is pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and tell me which journals you want me to use first, because obviously I'm making videos for you guys, and if there's a journal where you're like, I really want to see how you use that journal, or why don't you start this journal, leave your opinions down below. I love discussing it with you guys. I'm not really replying to comments. I do read all of them, and thank you so much. I just don't have time in my day and energy to do that right now, but I do appreciate every comment. So thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye!